What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football, non-league to legend, where we continue as Saitama United, aka Urawa Red Diamonds. This is the Champions League group we've drawn. We got Melbourne City, Munthong United, and again this year, Tinjan Quinjan. So we're going back to their water drop Olympic Stadium thing. What's it called? The Tinjan Olympic Centre Stadium water drop. So that's interesting. We did well against them last year, if I remember correctly, which I probably don't. One thing I did notice while we were in between episodes, because we've only played two friendlies, Melbourne Victory won the Hyundai A-League. So congratulations to them. Well done. They're currently bottom though. They've only beaten Adelaide United, who were second. But they won the whole thing last year, which I found very interesting because they weren't that good of a side when I left. Like Rob Mackey, fair enough, he's quite good. Marino, Elzion Tourniga, they're good. Yeah, they're a good partnership. Mike Lawson, to be fair, he's very good. Bruno, I don't know. They managed to get him to sign a new contract for 700. He was on 3k when I was there. Kakic, I brought him through as I made him a central midfielder. Who else did they got? Bingham. He came in when I was there. Desic. Did he play much after I left? He did. He played a lot after I left. Fair enough. Tony Holman, who actually scored the goal that won them the league last year. Still playing. Well done. And Danny Arnold, after I left, decided he wanted to stay at Melbourne Victory. He wanted to leave when I was there. So they've done well to keep him, I think. They've loaned out everyone else apart from the South African. Well, he's now an Australian under 20 international, but he's a South African born player. Yep, from Durban. They've made some good transfer sales though. Okay, not great, but like Bernini, they got money for him. Like, that's pretty good, I think. Other than that, they loaned everyone else out. So, just a little catch up with them. You know, the fact that they won the league last year is crazy. The fact that they're bottom this year, not so crazy. So, having seen the group that we've drawn, I think we're going to do well. I think Tinjan are going to be the only team that are going to push us, I think. So, it's like when... Isn't there a button for past meetings? Not on this screen, clearly. I know it's here. So, the last two times we played them was last year. 2-2 draw and a 5-3 win. So, but Narihino Arai scored. Yamanashi, he's gone as well. Transfer-wise, nothing has happened other than Ishida is after agreeing to join Fenerbahce. Other than that, I don't think anyone else has... Nobody else has joined. Don't think anyone else has left. We've made a lot of money last year. Yeah, nobody else has joined. A couple of people have gone out on loan. None that really matter. Thomas is probably the only one that you look at and go, oh, well, he was a relatively important player. But he's gone out on loan, so we don't need to worry about him. Okano, the left back Okano has gone to Sakai as well. So they've taken a right back and a left back off us on loan for the season. But we are going to just jump into this game, and this is the starting 11 we are going to play. For the second part of this episode, we're going to jump ahead, skip the two league games and go to Melbourne City. because the AFC Champions League is pretty much all we're trying to win this year. Takayama is going to start in goal for us. Tanguchi, Takahara, and Sato as our centre backs. Gajdos and Kodoi are going to play as the wing backs, with Nasu, Fujikawa, and Tashima as our midfield trio, with Kiyama and Yamashita up front. Awad could play, not going to risk him, can only play 45 minutes. Cathal O'Neill is injured. Hirosaki is suspended, as is Okayuma. I have brought a couple of players up from the under 23s and the under 18s. Probably not going to see too much of them this year. It's just basically to help them grow. I'm actually not going to start Gajdos because his match sharpness is a bit low. So instead we're going to play Minazuma. And we're going to put him on the attack instruction. Let me drop Tashima back to support. Yeah. And we are going to go from here. So this is a game I'm definitely hoping we can do well in. Madangsheng and Mendoza are definitely two I'm slightly weary of. They have a goalkeeper making their debut today. Hopefully he's not that good. Morale boost. It's the first proper game this year. I am recording. Fan Debbie Dusty. I expect to win. Only Nasu cares. But now everyone's super excited. Super excited. Kiyama is being linked with he's injured. Sooner rather than later. He's just being he's on the bench, buddy. He's on the bench. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, Kiyama is wanted by PSG. So if they want him, they're going to have to pay the 29 million, I think it is, that his release clause is. Otherwise, he ain't going nowhere. And speaking of Melbourne Victory, I'm pretty sure they didn't get through the qualifiers. Okayama had to qualify, which is funny because they won it last year. Yamashita's through. Oh, fingertip save from the keeper. Oh. My assistant has decided that this time around, maybe he can, figure out what we can get our players to do. Mizunuma to take the corner, whips it in. I haven't set up any corner routines for this tactic yet, so fuck me. I should probably do that. Go on, lads, get creative. Who was it that won the year before? It was one of the Iranian teams. When Purposolus had to qualify through the qualifiers, they had to get through the qualifiers as well. I find it very interesting that teams who win it still have to go through qualifiers. You'd assume that they just automatically get put in, but I don't know, maybe because Okayama only got third in the league last year. That was a very nice block by one of the defenders. I don't know who, but it was one of them. I think it might have been Sato. It's been a long highlight, but not an awful lot's been going on. We are on key highlights. Kui, Madongsheng. Madongsheng's on the wrong side. He's supposed to be on the right, not the left. Come on, lad, show a bit of passion. Mizunuma's frustrated. Wouldn't be too frustrated, buddy, because Gajdos is sitting on the bench, waiting to come on. We don't really have a proven... Okay, well, Nishikawa is a proven striker, a proven goal scorer, but Kiyama, I'm weary of taking him off because of how effective he is. But if I have to, I will. Kodoi, not playing great either. Koano sitting on the bench. These guys, they need to buck up their ideas if they want to stay involved. I've been thinking about retraining Nishikawa to play as a box-to-box midfielder or a Mazzella, because he's not really doing it for us as a striker. I'm just going to tell everyone that I am far from pleased. Nasu, I have faith in you. Go out there and continue to be footballers. Yeah. Fujikawa seemed to lose the ball for a second there. Tenguichi, who's kind of walked straight into the team. I was a little bit surprised by that, to be honest. I didn't think he was going to be an instant starter. But with the injuries we've been having recently, we're not in a situation where we can turn around and tell players that we're not going to play them. Or like, we can't kind of pick and choose as much as I'd like to. Alright, we take Kiyama off. I'm going to bring on Sakaguchi, because I think he's better. Don't really have a central midfielder we can bring on. So what I might do is just... actually, I'll make Tashima the box-to-box. Make Nazu the Mazzella, but I'm going to put him on attack. And I might take Kadoi off for Koano. Yeah. Well, I've done it now, so I can't really turn around and go, maybe I won't. Done. Come on, let's get creative. We're absolutely being dominated in this game. We've had 4 shots, all of them on target, but none of them have warranted many highlights. Right, we need to make a change. Fujikawa not having a great game. Yep. I'm going to bring on Minamina, make him a box-box, because he's an attacking midfielder. So I think he's probably capable of doing it. We're going to go very attacking, because I don't want to just draw. Draws are boring. Nobody likes draws. Wins are important. Like, they're not even playing that well. They've gone 3 up. Oh, they've gone for a very attacking formation right at the end. 1 central midfielder. We're probably still being overrun in midfield. Gets punted away, ends 0-0. If I'd paid to see that game, probably would have been disappointed. 19 shots, 12 on target. A lot of fouls, 30 fouls. We dominated possession. That was such a boring game. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased. We need to do better than that. Kiyama, if there was a PSG scout in the stands, you didn't really prove that you deserved to move to PSG. But Melbourne City absolutely destroyed Muangthong United of Thailand. It ends 0-0, literally nothing. It was such a boring game that nothing happened. He looks alright. It's not amazing, but he looks fine. So, like I said, for the next part of this episode, we are going to jump ahead to the Melbourne City game. We'll see. I'll catch you up on how these 2 games go. The one issue I'm having with this tactic currently is not a whole lot is happening going forward. So I may have to move one of these 3 to here to get a bit more out of it, and then just hope that everybody back here in this kind of defensive area can kind of just continue to do what they're supposed to be doing. But yeah, we will be back in just a second for that, so don't go anywhere, buddies, fellers, feller buddies, buddy feller fans. Don't go anywhere. Alright, fellers, we are now back for the game against Melbourne City in the Champions League. We have played 2 league games in between, and oh, were they good games. We won against Hachoy Tigre 5-0. Sakaguchi scored a hat-trick. Last season he scored 3 league goals total in his first league game. Bangs in a hat-trick. Kiyama got one as well, and so did Shin Sato. And then against Nagoya Stulls, 5-2, Sakaguchi with 5. He was on fire. It was ridiculous. Got a perfect 10. I'm just disappointed he didn't get a double hat-trick. But he is now sitting on 2 league games, 8 goals. His most productive season of his entire career was 18 games, 9 goals. As it is right now, he's 1 game. Every single game he plays, he scores 4 goals. This guy is, he's on fire this year. Paid 4.4 million for him. I don't think that was an awful. And it's like, the weird thing is, his finishing is 13, and he's just banging them in. He is banging them in. It is delightful to see. So for today's game, we are going to play Takayama in goal, Taniguchi, Takahara, and Sato as our centre-back partnership, Mizunuma and Koano as our wing-backs, Hirosaki Awad, who the Pharaoh has been playing. He's been pretty, what's the nicest way of putting it? He's been pretty ineffective so far, but I think it's just because everyone around him is playing so very, very well. And Tashima makes up the central 3. Then we have Sakaguchi, who has been in, like I said, exceptional form, and Kiyama up front with him. I don't know what more to say. We've been in amazing form. Let's just hope it continues. Melbourne City, we are favourites for this game. I would expect this to be an easy game, but I'd expect us to win. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah, pick up where you left off. Yeah, we scored 10 goals in the last 2 games. I kind of want that to continue. If we can score 5 more today, that'd be fantastic. Focusing on my own team, I couldn't care less about Melbourne City players. But yeah, the last 2 games were just a lot of fun to watch. I kind of wish I recorded them because it was just delightful. Sakaguchi was scoring from everywhere. He took 5 shots and they were all goals. It was filth. Filth, I tell you. Filth! We have made a couple of changes because not every player that's been playing in the league is registered to play in the AFC Champions League. So a couple of the players have had a little bit of time off in between. Like, for example, Tashima was suspended for the last... Oh no, Mizunuma's picked up a knock. Luckily we have Gajdas on the bench. So now we have 2 players playing at wing-back that for some reason don't know how to play at wing-back, even though they're full-back, like they're wing-backs, just a little deeper. We scored 10 goals in the last 2 games. I think Melbourne City in their last game scored 4. And absolutely nothing is happening in this one. Tashima to Sakaguchi puts it wide. And of course, the assistant manager, even though I've sent him on a bunch of coaching courses, doesn't feel like he's able to, tell the players what he thinks they should be doing. So I'm going to have to do it myself. I'm just going to press these players, tackle them hard and show them onto weaker foot, because that's what I did in the last game and it worked. I think they were playing with 3 strikers. Awad just puts it over. I have changed the corner routine because the way it was not working. Sakaguchi is almost completely ineffective in this game because you're here. Takayama looked like he walked over the line, but clearly he did not. Gajdas dinks it across to Kiyama. Koano all by himself. I was like, how did he manage to miss that? But it was the save It was a save. Wasn't him just being crap. Kiyama, easy for the keeper. As it stands, Tianjin are drawing their game as well, which is interesting. Would have expected them to be doing a little bit better. I am far from pleased though. This has been pretty turd so far. I'm just going to give everyone an owl. You know, you're good. You can do better. Do the good thing with the goal scoring and the making the goals be scored. I have said it now that the two strikers, because both can play as advanced forwards and as complete forwards, I've got them swapping around because I think that'll help. Maybe. It's nothing that's happening at the moment. Which is frustrating. I'm going to take Hirosaki off. He's playing as the Mazzala right now. Gonna bring on Nasu. Don't want to take Sakuguchi off because he scores goals when he wants. He scores when he wants. And clearly he doesn't want to score right now. So I'm not going to push him. Just, you know. If we go from scoring 10 goals in 2 games to scoring none in this game, I'm going to be very annoyed. Tashima to Awad. I feel like playing Awad as the roaming playmaker is probably not working. And I probably should look to play him as an advanced playmaker or a deep lying playmaker. Just change up his playmaking style, even though he's perfectly capable of playing as roaming playmaker. He just does not seem to be getting involved. Tashima gets tackled, but Sakuguchi picks it up. Gashtas, Nasu, all the way across to Kuano. Tashima, Kuano tries to cross, but gets picked up by Tashima, and Gajdas scores. Of all the players, the right wing back, well, complete wing back, playing as an actual wing back on the complete wing back instruction on attack. It is so nice to have Tashima back. He is such an influential player. But Sakuguchi not playing well at all. Awad is tired. Don't really have anyone I can bring on for him. Might push Tashima there, take him off and bring on Nishikawa. Because Nishikawa can play as, and he's quite good at, well, he's not quite good, he's good at central midfield. What kind of back pass was that? Koano, Nasu. Big ball forward to Kiyama. Whips it across. Sakuguchi, 9th of the season. It's too easy. This Sakuguchi is probably, so far, one of the best signings my director of football at any club has made. He's just been exceptional. The man is a monster. A monster. He scores a goal, still on a 7. That's how poor he's been in this game. Takiara. Oh, that was a nice little back heel. Kawano. Kiyama. Game ends. Didn't look at the time, didn't realise there was so little left. Gajdos gets man of the match, or sorry, player of the match. 88th minute before we scored our first goal. 86th when we got our second. It was Gajdos' first goal ever for us. And he gets man of the match, player of the match. Hirosaki, you let yourself down, buddy. So that was a nice win, you know. When they're playing a fairly similar to ourselves, but their defense was strong. They did not let anything through. So it's going to be fun when we play them in the next game. We had 21 shots there, 6. Baker. was a player, but then became a Brisbane Strikers manager. Fair enough, gets a job at Melbourne City. He's out for 8 weeks. Injured after sprinting. Twisted his ankle running. But you're a footballer. Gajdas on fantastic form. Passing was a joy to behold. Can't say, the goal you scored was brilliant. Just, you did good football things. I think for the next episode, we're just going to skip ahead for... kind of want to show one game from every one of the teams in the group. So we're going to just skip to the Sakai Monathon United game, because Sakai should be up there with us. As you can imagine, we're quite high up there in the league. We've played one game less than Osaka and Sapporo, so we're 1 point behind, but a game in hand. Plus we have an 8 goal difference, because we are the greatest football team in Japan. This new formation, IntoRowZ, definitely had the right idea. This is a great formation. It does fantastic things. That being said, thank you very much for watching, fellas. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and let me know, is there something I can do to change this, even though I don't think we need to. I think it's working. It's definitely doing what it's supposed to do. Well, no. Yeah, I suppose it is actually definitely doing what it's supposed to do. We're not conceding many goals. This season we've conceded 3 in 5 competitive games, but we've scored 14. So every time we concede one, we score 3. To me, with my attacking mentality when it comes to football, scoring more than your opponents is enough. The fact that we're scoring that much more than our opponents is delightful. But like I said, thank you very much for watching, fellas. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share with all of your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!